PremierBilliards.com. Exceptional cues, cases, and accessories from top-tier brands. Want it? Need it? Find it. PremierBilliards.com.
At JB Cases, we care about your cues by putting layers of padded protection around them and then build as much case as you want around that protection. Visit us at jbcases.com and design your case today.
Hello, I'm Joe. Welcome to my mobile cue service shop. Come on in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a treat now. We've got the finals of our 14 and under girls division. Skylar Hess versus Hayleigh Marion. This is going to be a race to 11 alternating break 9-ball. The 3-point rule is in effect on the break. The 3-foul rule is in effect for the entire tournament. 3 consecutive fouls in a row will result in a loss of game. Both players are ready to go. We're getting started a little bit early. That's great. This is going to be a little bit of a longer race. Skylar on the lower part of your screen, Hayleigh at the top. And Hayleigh's going to take the lag, so she'll be breaking here in rack number 1. Should we go hill-hill, a 10-10 match, Hayleigh will have the break on the hill as well, which oftentimes proves to be beneficial. She'd ideally like to come out the gate with a nice break and run or a nice dominating win in this first rack to set an early statement. I do believe Skylar is defending her title. I think she won this when she was 13. I think she's 14 now. So this will be the last time she can play in this division. She'll have to play in the 16 and under girls next year. But she'd like to go out with a bang. Take this down 2 years in a row. My name is Ben Sutherland with BBTV Productions. Thank you guys for tuning in, both on Facebook and on YouTube. At the end of each broadcast, these matches are uploaded to YouTube, so you should be able to go back and watch them almost immediately. So a ball down and a ball past the head string. She does not execute a compliant break. As I said, the 3-point rule is in effect. If you're not familiar with it, folks, 3 balls must cross the head string or be pocketed, or any combination of the 2. She made a ball, and 1 ball crossed the head string, and that was it. So she made 2 points out of 3. That gives Skylar the option to address the table or to put Hayleigh back in. She's opted to put Hayleigh in. Hayleigh's going to snip the edge of this 2 and try to play safe behind the 7 ball. Leaked out on her a little bit. We're also going to have the finals of our 16 and under girls division on the same broadcast. They won't get started for another hour and a half, possibly 2 hours. We can get them started early if they want. That's going to be Kennedy Meyman versus Elli Gonzales. That will also be a race to 11. We will have that on our second feature table, but that won't start for a while, so we'll be 100% focused on this match for at least the next hour. Skylar was kind enough to come up and do a little commentary earlier in the week. It's been a lot of fun for me for this type of event. This is the first time I've worked with the junior program, and generally it's myself doing commentary, or myself and some pro player or some known commentator. This event we've been implementing the kids into the commentary, so they've been excited and they've been coming up into the booth and sharing their experience and their knowledge with us. So that's proved to be a lot of fun. Hayleigh's going to have an opportunity here with a 2-9 combination if she wants to take it on. It's a little bit awkward with the 9 being that close to the rail, but I still think it's the right shot given the 6 and the 7 layout. I think if she's cautious with her cue ball, she can get away with this even if she misses. She can play it safe at the same time. The 9 ball is wild at all times. You don't have to call it, even on the break. Hayleigh's a bit of a tall girl, not too much of a stretch for her. I mean, it's a little bit awkward, but most people would need a bridge there. She's a tall gal, probably like 5'10". She's got a good reach. Skylar a little bit shorter. We may see her with the bridge a little more often. So an open look now for Hayleigh. Hayleigh is from Bristol, Virginia, and Skylar is from Queenstown, Maryland. So both of them, quite a journey to get over here to Las Vegas. We do have players from as far away as the Virgin Islands, which is still a U.S. territory. And I believe the last American world champion was also from the Virgin Islands, if I'm not mistaken. But the winner of this match will go on to play in the World Championships. I need to gather a little bit more information. I'm not sure where that's taking place, actually. I'm sure someone in the chat could fill me in. That's a piece of information I probably should have already had, but it's okay. Nice shot from Skylar. Now let's see how she handles this 6 and 7 ball scenario. I'm assuming she makes this 5. She can play this with some outside spin. Try to come in and break that 6-7 out. She could also try to come below it and play the combination on the 7-up table. And of course there's always the safety option, which I think is what she'll take on here. She can leave the 6 right where it is and use the 8 ball for coverage. She just gives the 6 a little nudge, makes a legal hit. Leaves Hayleigh in a tough spot now. She could bank the 6 ball away and take the cue ball back down. Possibly underneath the 9 or the 8, and at least leave full table distance. Well, the 8 and the 9 are now a problem. Do not believe the 8 will pass the 9. So you've still got some work to do here. try. What a beautiful kick shot. Nearly made that in the side. Would have had good position on the 9. Now she's left Hayleigh pretty straight in on this 8 ball. Great chance for Hayleigh to take rack number 1 in this race to 11. Said it a few times now, these corner pockets, all these pockets to be honest, are stubborn. These tables have certainly tightened up over the course of the last 3, now 4 days. About 12 to 15 hours of play per day on these tables, including, practice before and after the events. So they are, the conditions are changing as these tables get a little bit more worn in. And as most of us know, pockets will tighten up when that table gets played on more. So a long shot here for Skylar, but I think she's favored to make this. She does so very nicely. Takes rack number 1. Oddly enough, this is a 14 and under, and there were 14 girls that came out for this event. We are down to the final 2. Rack number 2, Skylar to break, representing Predator Cubes. One of the sponsors of the event crushes the break. Nothing down, but she did execute a legal break. She got 3 balls or more past the headstring. That's a beautifully executed safety right there. I think that cue ball is married to that red 3. I believe she can go 2 rails out of this lower corner. She might be too far frozen above that red 3. That's a really good safety. If she took away the 2-railer, she's looking to see if they're frozen. This is a little tricky. Small window to get through. She's giving up ball in hand. The 3-foul rule is in effect. I don't think it will come into play this game, but 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game. We have seen it a couple of times here this week. So some of these players demonstrating some excellent safety knowledge. And that's going to be a little bit of a mental blunder there from Skylar. Didn't quite hit the ball hard enough to catch a rail. She actually was trying to play safe there, so she was going to take on that 3-foul attempt. Now she finds herself on one. If Hayleigh wanted to turn the tables, she can play a safety here of her own. Bit of a mental game. A little mental warfare when you're having a safety battle. And she couldn't have hit that much better. The one railer is out of the equation. She married that cue ball to the 5. So we've got no choice but to go 2, possibly 3 rails out of this lower left. And that's what she's doing. She came a bit wide. She finds herself on 2. Not much of a safety on offer here for Hayleigh, so she's gonna have to. You can see she's really trying to find a third safety. She knows she can make the 1 and she can get on the 2. But if she can find a way to play safety from here, that's strong. She's going for it. I wonder if maybe she's doing this too steep. So she's going to cross this back up by the 6. She has notified Skylar that Skylar is on 2. Skylar was unsure that she was on 2, so Hayleigh came to the table and explained the 2 prior fouls, and Skylar agreed. She remembered after she was reminded, and it's easy to forget sometimes. Sometimes it's good to have that forgetful ability where you can just kind of forget about those shots you fouled on. So get them out of your head quickly. I really favored her to make that. It's still got a chance. Look at this. Oh. So a 3 foul from Hayleigh Marion. Interesting start to this final match here. We're in for a battle, folks. It's gonna go back and forth, I do believe, the whole way. Both girls very tightly matched. Hayleigh demonstrating some knowledge and some great safety play right there. Skylar would love to have that shot back, because that's a kick shot that she probably would hit 90 out of 100 times. Rack number 3, Hayleigh to break. She does drop a ball, but nothing else crosses a head string, so it will be Skylar's option. anxious to see what Skylar does here after being 3-fouled. Now she's got ball in hand, her opponent's on 1. This is that mental warfare I was talking about. Like, okay, you want to do it to me? I'm going to do it to you. Now that didn't work out the way Skylar drew it up in her mind. Looks like Hayleigh's representing for Team Peach Hour. They have a strong representation out here. Very strong. It's a great lead. Cue ball stuck in the jaws. She's got pretty much only a 1-rail escape, maybe 2 rails if she comes into the back of this blue 2. Not much else she can do. She can't shoot at it. The cue ball does not pass the rail in the 4. She'll kick just 1 diamond before the side pocket. Pretty firm, probably. Yeah, she went a little bit past that first diamond, so that cue ball opened up. Given this layout, we can forget about trying to 3-foul anymore. Let's just go for the run out. She can get good on the 4 ball. She'll have a nice window between the 6 and the 9 to shoot the 5. She can come above it as well. She's got and she did play that window. See somebody in the chat on YouTube interested in the Riley Adkins match or the Payne McBride match. Riley Adkins match isn't scheduled to start for another hour and 10 minutes. However, Eric Roberts and Payne McBride are playing right now. I'll give you a score update on that match in just a moment. Score is 2-0 in favor of Eric Roberts. Good shot there. Well done. She can play this. She can almost treat it like a stop shot or like a kill shot and just drift right in between the 6 or the 8 and the 9, excuse me, with the cue ball. I don't think she can go forward without hitting the 8 ball, and I don't believe she wants to disrupt that position. There we go.
So I can announce it, you can announce it, but just let them know, okay? I'll be nice to you. Test. Anybody in the arena that is not playing in a match, we had everybody qualified for the finals for artistic, and we got our medals out over there. You should do it now, because we got them back, they'll get backed up, we won't get done by 4 o'clock. So if you are in the finals, which everybody is, go to the lag table and come over and do your finals now. We'll get your score down, okay? I'll see you over there.
Skylar, she overcut it. She stood up right when she hit it, and I don't know if that was nerves that caused her to stand up, or if she jumped up because she knew when she struck it, she missed it. She's left a bit of a difficult cut for Hayleigh. Way off on the other side of the room. I don't know if you heard on the intercom. Tom Rossman, Dr. Q, has the finals of his artistic lag competition. Great shot from Hayleigh. Takes rack 3. Ball down and 1 ball past the head string, so unfortunately a non-compliant break. Hayleigh has the option to shoot. She does not like the layout of the table, so she's going to put Skylar back in. Skylar's going to push out, and well, she kind of tied up the 5 and 6 a little bit, but she's left a tempting shot on this 1 ball. Bank or cut. I think she can play to either side. It's a smaller pot. Well, it's a small pocket for either side. Maybe she'll just duck under the 7-8. Tried to hide under the 3.
Ed Smith wanted to send a ball. And I know you gotta put a tail on. I don't know what it's like. It's 200.
And shot there. Frees up the 5 and 6 a little bit. Just got a little bit of work to do here on the red 3. I think she can see enough of this to cut it in. Good speed. Is it? Ooh. I don't know how my nerves would be, even with my seasoning and experience, if I was in a situation like this, knowing that I've got an opportunity to go to the World Championships. I think my nerves might be a little different than say sitting behind a commentary booth. This match, I'm sure, means a lot to both of these gals. That was a very good attempt. She tried to draw the cue ball into the 5-6. Didn't quite get there. Now she's likely kicking the back of this 5. She might play it thin, but I think she'll kick it. Oh, she did have enough to play the aggressive route. Just undercut it a touch. Running out from here is extremely difficult. A 7-8 is a little bit of an issue. It does appear that the 7-8 combo will bank to this lower right, but it's kind of risky. It's not ideal anyhow. Two-way shot maybe. She got down and she shot that rather quickly. A little quicker than what we've typically seen from her so far. That pretty good. These corners, I'm telling you folks, they are stubborn pockets. Skylar hooks herself behind the 9. She'll be going for the jump cue here. She's not a tall girl, so she's going to really have to elevate. Looks like she's got her Predator Air 2 jump cue. The black and red version. Wow, she hopped right over that 9 ball. Almost made that combination.
We don't know where the important stuff is at. If she wasn't here. Yeah, well, that's right. All right.
So Hayleigh addressing the 7 ball here. It's going to take a big stroke to get back down for this 8. And she goes for the long, opts for the long option. Tries for the bank. It's going to leave Skylar an opportunity to tie this match up.
Is this a championship match?
It is. This is the finals.
Are you 14?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not 14.
Thank God.
Yeah, no. Are you?
No.
Okay. You want a mic? We can chit chat for a little bit.
I'll help out for a little bit.
What's up, Shane? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, Ben. How are you?
Oh, I couldn't be better.
Glad to be here on the final day of the Junior National Championships.
Yes, sir.
You said we're in a finals match?
This is the 14 and under girls division of the 9-ball.
Okay.
Race to 11.
I know both these girls have played in different divisions, and so it's good to see them get to a finals.
Am I mistaken? Is Skylar defending a title here?
Skylar is defending a title here.
Thought that's what I heard. Hayleigh takes a 3-1 lead. I know you probably missed it because you've got your hands full doing 100 different things. I want to say rack 2 or 3. Hayleigh 3 fouled Skylar.
Wow. And
yeah.
I thank you for, that was a very polite way of saying I slept in.
Oh, did you?
No, I'm joking.
I got to bed early last night. Before midnight I was out. That was great.
I was in bed by 9:30.
I woke up at about 7:30, 7:15 before my alarm even went off. Like, that's a good thing if I wake up before my alarm goes off. Didn't get a chance to grab breakfast or anything, but that's okay. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
I'll eat tomorrow. And kind of knowing ahead of time that this match is going to go over its hour-and-a-half time slot that we generally bargain for.
Yeah.
Around 12 o'clock, or even earlier if the players want to start, we're going to have the finals on our second feature table off to the side here of the 16 and under girls division.
Awesome.
Kennedy Meyman versus Elli Gonzales. That will also be a race to 11, so this will be a bit of a lengthy broadcast right now.
Yeah.
Before we end and start up another one, but we're going to have 2 championship matches.
Great. All in all, we're going to have 6 championship matches today.
Correct.
Maybe
yes.
7 with the 8-ball, and then 8 with the 10-ball. They won't all be streamed.
Well, we'll get as many of them streamed as we can.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You gotta wear me out.
That's why you make the big bucks.
I know there's some folks in the chat interested in the Riley and Eric Roberts match over here, so we're keeping them updated as well. Eric's up 4-0 at the moment.
Okay. Is that Eric and Riley a championship match?
No.
That's for the championship.
I believe it's. You know what? Let's pull up the bracket. That is for 5th, 6th. The loser of that will take 5th, 6th.
Okay.
The winner will go on to play. We don't know yet. That's
Okay.
a little bit. A couple matches to be played before we have a opponent for that match.
Things up. Yeah. So this is for U14s.
Ooh.
Yeah. So she is defending her title. Right.
Kind of think Skylar was going for a 3 foul there.
Oh, okay.
She had ball in hand.
That really gets into your head when you get 3 fouled and lose that way.
I think she's going to want to try to get a little bit of revenge. Funny little story while I got you here. I know we have this picture right here that has gone viral.
It's got over 100,000 impressions.
I ran into them at dinner last night.
Yeah.
They were sitting at a table across from my wife and I.
Yeah.
So when we were done, I kind of politely interrupted and I just showed them the picture and they were just laughing and they were so happy. And I don't know the little youngster's name, but he says, that's me. Am I going to be in a magazine? I said, you know what? I've got some connections. Maybe we can get you in like the publication for, the wrap up of this event or whatever takes place.
Oh no, we make a magazine for the Billiard Congress of America, and I can absolutely put him in there.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
They were his dad was thank you so much. You know, they were so excited to see it.
Are you going to the banquet tonight?
I didn't even hear about it.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Get everybody stop in. Go give out the awards. Free hot dogs.
Yes, love hot dogs. I've been paying $1.25 for them.
So now you're stuck here for another night.
That's okay. Rack number 6. Skylar to break.
I changed my flight. I'm not first. I can only do so much with Vegas. Let me get back to Colorado. Hey, look,
Is that where you're from?
Let me get back to Colorado. Not when I can't leave the hotel. Yeah, no, I have one.
I have another one upstairs. So yeah, thank you for that. Absolutely. Yeah. No. We got a lot more in common than we thought.
You know, these events are great. They bring people together. You get to make new friends.
Yep.
I guess Shane Wolford beat Caden Hunkins for the 10 ball.
Nice.
So Caden's
out.
The 10 ball was triple elimination. Shane lost 2 on the first day, and he's been battling back pretty tremendously now.
He beat April this morning.
He beat April, and then he beat Caden, and I guess he just knocked Caden out. And the good thing about the 10 ball, and I know we're talking about matches that people can't see, but the good thing about the 10 ball is we're trying to establish more infrastructure for a stepping stone between the junior nationals and playing the pros. And so what we're going to do for the winner of the 10 ball is whoever wins the 10 ball division will get 3 paid entries into 3 BCA ranking events.
Oh, nice.
So that could be any of the Predator Pro Series stops, Derby City, Turning Stone, the International, the Open, the American 14-1.
Wow.
We will pay 3 of their entries into that. Second place will get 2 paid entries, and third place will get 1 paid entry.
That's a super cool opportunity.
And so it's to help them continue to their development as a pool player, and just give them a couple more opportunities so they will get ready to compete against the
that
Scouts
seasoning.
and Shanes and everybody else.
That's super awesome. So am I to understand that the winner of each of the other 6 divisions, the 14, 16, 18 under boys, 14, 16, 18 under girls, the winners go to Worlds, correct?
No, that's not correct.
Okay, please correct me.
Yeah, so the way it's set up is the qualifying division for Worlds are mirrored or paralleled to how the divisions are set up for the Junior World Championships. And so on the Junior World Championships, there's only 3 divisions. There's the girls division, which is under 18, then there's 2 boy divisions, under 18 and under 16. So our qualifying divisions, you have to compete in those 2 divisions. So that's why some of the girls are competing in more than one division, because they're young enough to still win a national championship in under 14, but they're playing under 18 because they still want an opportunity to qualify to go to the World Championships.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A little bit, yeah.
And so the top 3 finishers in the girls under 18 will get an automatic invitation to compete in the World Championships. The top 3 finishers in the boys under 18 will get automatic invitations to the World Championships. And the top 4 boys in the under 16 will get an invitation to go to the World Championships.
Okay. So what are these 2 fighting for right now?
A national championship.
Okay. I think I gave a little false info earlier. I was under the impression that the winner of each event went on.
And, Skylar...
And where do the Worlds take place?
They're going to be at the Rio with the BCA Pool League and CSI. And
9th through the 11th of September?
9th through the 11th, that's correct.
So that's coming up real quick, too.
So 2 years ago, when Skylar Hess won the under 14 girls national championship, her parents and Skylar were pretty upset with the B.E.F. and BCA because she was under the impression that she won the national championship at under 14, but that gave her an automatic invite to the under 19 girls junior world championship. But we only have so many spots. And so we had to give those spots to the older girls competing in the harder divisions.
I understand.
And so it was a very uncomfortable conversation. I think they understand now.
Yeah.
But, still at that younger age, they don't have the strength. And when you're playing on that international level, the level of play, especially from the Europeans and the Asians, we want to send our very best players, and we want to send our very best representatives. And I don't want to take anything away from the under 14 girls, but the strongest division should be the under 18 division.
Correct.
And so
they're going to have more experience,
and so
more seasoning generally.
You have to ask yourself, again, we're trying to send the best players.
Mm.
You have to ask yourself, did the second place in under 18, is she a stronger player than the under 14 champion? And so, again, it's a hard conversation to have, and it's not easy, especially when you win a national championship.
Yeah.
This year it was laid out, and we communicated that way ahead of time. Everybody knew what they were signing up for, so there would be no confusion. And whoever won this division here in front of us wouldn't call me kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
I've been there, done that. So, lesson learned.
Thanks for clearing that up. I don't have to give these folks false info. Look at this leave. I don't know if she can cut that in. She may have to kick this. She's right next to it. She might still have to kick
Jake, I mean, we only have 3 spots for the girls to go to Worlds. And so it's pretty selective. Of course, we do want everybody to go. But with only 3 spots, we have to figure out the best way to determine who gets those spots. And so, again, we communicated that up front. And that's why we had Skylar Hess competed in under 14 and the open girls division, the under 18 open girls division, because she wanted that opportunity. And so, again, communicating ahead of time, we thought that was the most fair way to go about it. This is a tough cut shot.
Yes, it is. That point is huge right there. Yeah.
That's why it was a tough cut shot.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that is
insult to injury. Just pour some salt on that wound. We might have another hill.
Oh, he's calling it.
Match.
He's calling it. Buckle in, get your coffee. Let's go.
3 apiece. And I suppose if whenever Kennedy and Elli arrive to their table, which is sitting all by its lonesome right now, ready to go.
I see Kennedy sitting over there.
We could get them started whenever they want to start. If they want to go right now, they're welcome to go.
We should probably get them started sooner than later.
It will be a long match, so it's going to throw off the time frames a little bit. I don't know if we're relying on every table at every moment all day, or if there's I'm looking around the room right now. I see a few empty tables, which makes me think we're slightly ahead of schedule on some things.
Which is surprising. We've been behind.
We've been behind at times. We've been ahead at times. It's good to have buffer tables, if you will.
Yeah. It looks like most of the tables are being in use, so that's good.
Yeah.
There's a few, but that's how tournaments go. It winds down. Oh yeah, no, this race can still go anywhere. I imagine the defending champion, it's going to be a hard out. She's going to give it everything she can to Hayleigh to defend her championship. How now, Ben? You know this better than I do. Like these young ladies, how many times do you think they've played a race to 11?
Probably not a whole lot. Unless they've made it to the finals of events like this before. Most of them are probably league players, maybe weekly tournament type players, or you don't just see races to 11 very often. Pretty much the only time you see races that long are in high dollar events or the finals of events. So I would imagine that neither of these two players have played more than 10 matches at most in a race to 11 in their life.
Yeah. And so, again, I'm not the sharpest cheese in the fridge, but a race to 11, that could be 21 matches?
20 games. 20 games. 21 games. 21 games, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Could go 10-10.
Yeah.
Or could go 11-10. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's that Minnesota math.
I'm not the sharpest cheese in the fridge, but
I'm like mild cheddar this morning. That was a nice stroke. She's going to play this off-angle combo on the 8, but she's on the right side of it, which is a good thing. She can control the cue ball on the 6 pretty well here.
So go for the combo here?
Yeah, play them both in the same pocket. Oh, okay, never mind.
You would have played both in the same pocket? So that's how I would have played it. You would have tried both in the same pocket?
I would have tried to leave the 6 right as close to the top rail as I could. There's different strokes for different folks. And perhaps the angle wasn't there for the shot that I was seeing.
The score on table 8. Let's see. And this table 8's Lazaro match. Jason, is that what you're looking for? So we're looking right now, Jason, for the score of table 8 for the Lazaro match.
Landon is up 5-3 over Laz.
Okay, did you get that, Jason? Landon is up over Laz 5-3 at the moment. And is that a race to 7 still?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's the hot seat
match.
match.
So that's going to be a race to 9.
That's a race to 9. Yes, that's the hot seat match. Landon's playing the hot seat of 2 divisions. He might go to Worlds.
He might. I think, with 3 spots, they will, if he's already in the hot seat, he's got a spot. Is that how that works?
I should ask you that same question. I don't know.
I don't know all these terms. Hot seat. The hot seat's the semifinal.
Hot seat means that you can't do any worse than second. They're playing for the
so then
the hot seat right now. So the winner of this will be playing in the finals.
So if they're playing for second or third,
correct,
then they're both guaranteed a spot.
Awesome. Yeah, both players can do no worse than third place in that tournament.
They're going.
Good for them. That's incredible.
Oh, she's not happy with that.
I wouldn't be too upset with the leave I got. I could have easily hung right in the hole.
Now, so there's a couple different ways to approach this.
Yeah.
That's a tough cut. She's going for the cut for sure.
I don't know if she's cutting or if she's just bunting into it.
That's a pretty good leave. Pretty natural bank angle, too.
If the 9 is frozen, the bank is very tough. For me, anyhow. I see a lot of players that make it look so easy.
Would you ever consider going down to the far rail and kicking it in?
No, not in this position, no.
Okay.
I'd either go 3 rails into the upper side pocket
Oh, that's
Or just thin
no
it.
one's thinking that.
Or just thin it and play safe. I like bank pool.
There you go.
Just thin it and play safe. I think I would have
It's so
tried to
good.
go a little thinner and hit
It
the
is
cue
so
ball
hard
harder.
playing safe when it's just 2 balls on the table.
Yeah, it's kind of like life or death. You got to assume if you don't get the safe, the game's over. So it's added pressure.
Still a long table cut. Not going to be an easy shot. Very makeable, though.
Maybe next time do like 7, 8, 9 races. 7 in the main, 8 in the... 11 is just such a long race.
Yeah. Well, our thought process there is...
Is that how it is at Worlds?
No, I think you might. It might be 7. Again, the boys and girls, I believe, divisions will be different. So it could be 5, 7, 9 for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote me on it. I have to look at. Our and we've talked about this before. Our thought process here with these long races and the different divisions and everything is we just want to give these players as many opportunities to play as possible. And with us doing the double elimination but not doing the double dip, we felt the longer races would give them more opportunity to shine at the table.
Nice. This match was actually scheduled to go off last night around 8 p.m. and both players had been playing for 11 or 12 hours back to back all day long.
Oh,
So they were...
So now they've both rattled that 9 ball.
They begged and pleaded us last night, can we just play this tomorrow, please? We're both so tired. All right, we'll change the schedule around.
Well, y'all are much nicer than I am.
And that's probably part of the reason why I was able to get a good night's sleep. 'Cause I didn't have to sit
Right.
here and stream another
Yeah.
3-hour match.
But these marathon matches like this, it's great for character building. It's great for their game. It's great for their focus and intensity, and just their overall development as a player. I don't even know in the WPBA if they play races to 11.
I don't know. Maybe in the finals of something.
I think I saw Janet Atwell on here earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Janet, if you're listening still, let us know. What do they race to at the WPBA finals?
Hayleigh, utilizing a break, ran off to the restroom for a moment. Skylar's ready to rock. She's got him racked up and ready to break.
And we have nobody on the other table to show you. Maybe we can look around the room and tell you some of the other scores. I see Eric Roberts is up 6-2. Let's see where Laz is at. So Hollingsworth is up over Lazaro, 6-3, and they are in a race to 9. Okay, so Janet answered. The WPBA typical races are to 7 or 9, depending on TV coverage and time slots. Never a race to 11. And so, Janet, weigh in again. What do you think of these races to 11 for these young girls? A little too much? Feedback and input is greatly appreciated because we can always make changes and improvements for next year. No, Ariana has not played the finals yet.
Ariana's waiting on the winner of Tiana Chang and... Why am I drawing a blank already? Sophia Mast. They are playing right now. Table 3. I see Tiana racking right now. I'm not sure what the score is. We might be able to get you an update on that as well.
Let me go check.
But the winner of that match will play Ariana Lynch in the finals of the 18 and under girls division. May or may not have that on stream. It's not scheduled to be on stream. As a matter of fact, it's scheduled for a noon match, so it will go off here shortly. As soon as the Tiana Sofia match is done, the winner of that will jump over to table 5, which is actually next to us, so we'll be able to keep you updated on the score of that match. But unfortunately, that will be off stream. We will still have this match going, and then we will have Kennedy Meyman and Elli Gonzales in our 16 and under girls division on our second feature table here momentarily. What was that? Sorry.
So the Tiana match,
Tiana and Sofia.
Tiana and Sofia is tied at 3-3 at the moment. The Joey Tate match is 4-3, and the Hollingsworth Lazaro match
6-3. I think
6-3, and that's a race to 9. Thank you, Janet. We will make the adjustments for next year for sure.
Thank you, Janet. She probably doesn't remember me, but she's a sweet lady. So it looks like the Facebook viewers are interested in this match. We're over 100 viewers on this one.
And this is the most we've had for a match?
No, but for the time and
well, this is
the middle of a weekday.
It's a championship match.
Mm-hmm. And it's labeled as such on Facebook too, so that people know that this is the finals of the 14 and under, and then they also know that on this same broadcast, the 16 and under finals will take place starting in about half an hour or less.
Well, Janet, we're trying to create a couple of monsters to compete against you, so that maybe these long races for these young ladies will get them coming after you sooner rather than later.
Eric Roberts has defeated Payne by a score of 7-3.
Janet's over here worried now.
Why?
No, these strong monsters coming after her.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm
she's
there with you.
She said she's already scared. She sees the talent coming up.
Well, this is literally the future of pool.
It is the future of pool. That's why this is one of the most important events of the calendar all year long.
I kind of agree. I'm new to junior nationals. This is the first time I've been a part of it at all. I was never able to play in it. I didn't start taking the game serious enough until I was too old to play at this event. But had I known, or had I started earlier...
No, I grew up playing on my grandparents' table just for fun and recreational. If I would have known this existed and I could have competed in tournaments, my game would have been much different.
How did you get involved with BCA or B.E.F?
That's a great question. I've been involved with the Billiard Congress of America for about 12 years now. My background is in publishing. I have a degree in journalism, and I hated the magazine I was working at. I saw the job post. I've always loved the game because my grandparents had a table and I played, and I probably shouldn't say I skipped school to go play because I would never ever encourage anybody to skip school and go play, but I always loved the game. I love the sound of the balls. And when I got the interview for the Billiard Congress of America, I walked in the office. I saw a beautiful 9-foot Olhausen table in there, and I went through the interview, and then I called Rob Johnson every day for 2 weeks until he finally just said, "Stop calling me, you got the job."
Persistence pays off.
But I've always loved the game, and so that helps. But who doesn't? I mean, you hear the sound of the ball as you play. You make a couple of balls, and it's very easy to get addicted to this game.
It can take over a life.
That was a good shot by Hayleigh. She should be able to make this 9-ball pretty easily.
Don't jinx her.
Ooh, thank you for that. I appreciate the jinxie cat.
And she left a lot of distance.
I bet she makes that shot 10 times out of 10 times at her home table.
Yeah, I think the situation.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. As you get closer and closer to the finals, everything gets a little harder.
Well, I don't think she's going to miss this one. I'd be real surprised if she missed this one, Shane.
Well, thank you, Jinxie Cat.
Even the chat room says we put the jinx on her again.
So while she's racking up, let's see if we can take a look around. I see Shane Wolford and Justin Toya playing out in the 10-ball. They're both playing to be eliminated to continue to play. I see Justin Tate over there. I don't know who Justin is playing. Ben's fixing a camera to see if we can get a little bit of action on the Lazaro-Hollingsworth match. And so maybe we can flip to that in some of our downtime. I gave him a heads up, let him know you're making a little adjustment to the other match. And so I know we get this a lot. Why isn't billiards in the Olympics? And I know how many people would love billiards to be in the Olympics. Billiards is a part of the World Games. The World Games is a offshoot of the Olympics, and it happens every year after the Summer Olympics. And next year, the World Games will have a carom, snooker, and men and women's pool tournament. And it will be in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeehaw.
So there is a bracket, Daniel. It's on compusport.us. You can see the brackets in all the divisions. Janet, thank you so much for your insight and watching this match and helping everybody. She's right. The pressure is no different when you're trying too hard. That tends to prevent the subconscious from playing with ease. And that's why it's so important to practice proper fundamentals. And so when you're in these high-pressure situations, your fundamentals don't kind of get out of alignment. That was a nice shot there by Skylar. She shot that with authority.
That's a confidence booster. She's got some distance here on the floor, but she's got to feel good about firing that ball in.
We have Miss Tatum Elizabeth on here, another defending champion.
Oh, yes?
Unfortunately, she aged out and didn't get to defend her title. That was one of the consequences of COVID. I'm sorry, Miss Elizabeth. We do appreciate you watching the stream and
it's fun
supporting
getting old,
B.E.F.
isn't it?
David, like I was just saying, pool is a part of the World Games, which is an offshoot of the Olympics. So the WPA is a body that reports to the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. So we are doing everything we can as a governing body. and with it being included in the World Games, they are well aware of the 3 major disciplines of Q sports. And we will continue to grow and develop that relationship with the IOC and the World Games and the Olympics. But as we get closer to the World Games, let's support those players who compete in that event.
COVID really screwed things up, didn't it?
Yeah, just a little.
It's doing it again, it seems like.
Yeah.
We'll come back to this in just a moment, but here's a little special treat for you guys. We moved camera around a little bit, bring you a little bit of Martinez and Hollingsworth. I had to shorten up Landon's name because it's so long it doesn't fit on the scoreboard. So the L is an abbreviation for Landon. Laz at the table right now, trailing 6-5.
And a race to 9. That's what that yellow number is.
What the yellow,
that you always remind me of.
And I suppose I could get up and focus that camera a little better. It's a little blurrier than I like.
This looks like an easy run out here for Raz. Just there you go. Do that one more time for the 9 ball.
This was an unexpected match we were going to get on here, but we can zoom across the room to this match. I know a lot of you are interested, and this is a hot seat match. For, or excuse me, not the hot seat match. This is a B-side. No, it is. Excuse me. I'm stumbling on myself here. Hot seat match for the 18 and under boys.
So we'll watch him Jinxie cat this 9 ball in, and then we'll switch back over to the girls. We knew Laz was going to make that. And he was down for a while.
Let's see if I can fix that for you.
So we're back to the young ladies. Looks like she went for the safe there. That's not what she was wanting to do.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Absolutely.
And Skylar with the bridge.
Maybe.
She's got options here. She can go 2 rails forward. She can draw up in between, kind of draw stun up between the 6 and or the 7 and the 9. Excuse me. 4 position on the 6. Looks like she's going forward.
Yeah. I don't speak sarcasm. You want to come up here? You did a great job. Come on. So I'm going to relinquish the seat to Miss Alice. I think she did a pretty good job yesterday.
All right, Alice is back.
And we'll get Alice.
Why am I back?
Why wouldn't you be back?
He said you did great. Come on. And just respond.
Okay.
Thank you. Just introduce yourself. Walk through it. Thank you, Alice.
Welcome back, Alice.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Are they on the second set?
This a single set finals. Race to 11. Hayleigh's up 5-3. This table has been pretty stubborn to both of these players so far. A lot of bobbled balls on well hit shots. It's just a tricky table.
As it goes with these tables sometimes.
Yeah. That was hit well. So we're kicking here. Oh, she did okay there. She might have to just take the 7-9 combo. It's a steep cut if she tries to play it to the upper left. It's a tough safety because she's so close to both balls.
I'd play the 9 on the side.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. She's really studying this one. I don't blame her. She would love to double her lead. 6-3, she'd be the first one across that halfway point. This is no bargain.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice try.
Yeah, and she left it a little bit tough too. I think the nerves are probably in play for both of these girls. It's the finals of a national championship. And Skylar is defending her title from 2 years ago.
Nice shot.
Yes, it was. COVID kind of screwed up things last year for them, but for everybody.
Yeah, COVID really did a number on my pool game.
So it's 5-4 now. Let's check back in on this bonus match that we didn't think we were going to be able to bring you any of, but
Oh, Lazaro is here.
he's here and playing in the hot seat match. This is the 18 and under boys division.
I tried looking him up, but I spelt it like Liz, not Laz.
Excuse me, this is the 16 and under boys division. This is the hot seat match, so the winner will be guaranteed no worse than second place, and both players are going to Worlds. I understand the top 3 finishers.
Okay. I mean, it has buzz, but I'm assuming that's from that.
I'm just sitting right here.
Okay.
We're not gonna hang out on this match for too long because we do want to give proper airtime to the ladies in their finals match. But I know there's a lot of interested friends and family members in this match. Laz was down, I believe 6-3 not too long ago, and tied it back up. He's gonna find himself down 7-3 or 7-6 here now, I believe. And that's a race to 9.
He's tall for a 16 and under.
He's playing for the hot seat in the 18 and under division as well. He's made it through the winner's bracket of both divisions. That's pretty strong. We may or may not be able to get the end of that Laz match. We do have Kennedy Meyman and Elli Gonzales scheduled to play our 16 and under girls finals on the stream table here shortly. Our second stream table.
Kennedy Meyman.
Meyman? Are you familiar with her or both players?
Oh yeah, who's the other one?
Elli Gonzales?
I'm friends with Kennedy, but I don't know a lot about Ellie.
That's the finals, 16 and under. That'll be a race to 11 as well. I think we decided to make some adjustments for next year. We're going to shorten up the semi-final races and the finals. These races to 11 are very long. It's tough on the players.
Yeah. I'd leave the semis at a race to 7 and then just change the finals to a race to 9.
Yeah, I think 7, 8, 9 would be okay. Or 7, 9.
Oh. I would have just played that shot for top. She put bottom on it.
I think Skylar's going to play safety here. She could make this if she wanted to, I think, but there's no position on the 5. She did well. Can she see an edge of this? I don't like shooting at the top of this 3, even if she can see it. Okay, she can see more of it than I thought. I thought she was going to try to thin off of it, and it's got scratch written all over it.
You were deceived.
As I have been numerous times.
Do you ever get tables where you can just put a camera right over it so you can see everything?
Overhead cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's a lighting structure, if there's a lighting structure above it, I've got some mounts that will fit on a lot of different lighting structures, but we don't even have a truss system here. The lighting in this arena, I know you folks can't see it at home. It's literally the arena lighting itself. It's what's provided by the banquet hall. We don't have a truss system or lights over every table like at some other events. So the lighting has been a little bit of a, I suppose you could call it a complaint for the event.
Yeah.
It seems to be pretty universal. All the players, they're not hating it. They're just used to better lighting, which is understandable. I'm going to grab an update on Laz's match because I see he's shooting the 1 ball. Which tells me I missed a score. I'll try to keep you guys informed on that. 1 second.
He left me alone. Oh, he's coming back.
Now it's still 7-6 over there. Good shot. Right in between the 7. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Over the week, her cue ball control has gotten really good. When I played her in the first match, she'd kind of just hit it and fly around a little.
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I'll jump back in a second, but Laz is about to tie it up. 7 apiece. A tight match over there. What a good one.
Nice shot.
This is tricky. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing here. Doesn't matter which way she goes, it's tough. I would love to cut it to this lower right pocket, but I'd be a little bit fearful of scratching. She went for the bank. It takes courage. Very nice. Skylar looking like she's going to tie this up. It'll be the 4th or 5th time we've had a tie match. We just keep going back and forth with each other. Uh-oh. No, I feel bad that I said that.
Can't jinx him like that, man.
Commentator curse is a real thing. Sorry, Skylar. I'll try to get Hayleigh back. Just kidding. Let's check this out while Hayleigh's racking on our main table. Laz looking at it almost looks like a bar table from this camera angle.
I wish it were a bar table. I'm surprised that didn't go better. When he broke, the one ball was right in the pocket.
Oh, he's trying to play safe. He didn't get behind that 6. A little head nod right there kind of tells the story. That's a smart safety from Landon. We'll go back to our feature match. Take a look at Hayleigh's break here in rack number 11. Ball down, 2 balls past the head string. Straight in on the 1. Can't ask for much more than this. I would take that every time. You could put that in a bottle and sell it, you could make millions. Play a stop shot here, maybe a touch of draw, but I like just stopping it and leaving a nice angle on the 2 so I can go 2 rails for a position on the 4. I think she kind of feels the same. She might be flat enough now that she can just run forward with a little bit of top inside English and get the same position. This is one of those preference shots. It looks like she's gone with the ladder. She's going to go forward. And that little rub didn't hurt at all.
Did you put bottom on it to get it back down?
This one, yep. I'm gonna do what I call a pinch shot. Kind of just snip it back as quick as possible. I don't think I would have gone that way, but she got away with it. A little risky. Mr. Rossman, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, Ben?
Very well.
One more announcement, okay? What do you do?
Oh, Hayleigh got
Okay,
robbed.
everybody, this is Dr. Q. If you're not playing in a match, come over and do your finals over there. Don't wait till the end because you may miss out on doing your finals. And if you're in a match, don't worry about it. Do your matches when you're free. Come over and do your finals, okay? We're going to stop at 4:30. So we'll see you over in a little bit.
Are you guys holding to put Kennedy on the main streaming table?
No, Kennedy and Elli are going to be on this other table, the one that we've actually got the camera on.
Oh, that was a nice bank.
Laz. And I'm going to do this. Can I do it quick enough? That's going to put Landon on the hill. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss Skylar's shot there, but we got a lot of great action going on. Landon needs 1, Laz is going to need 2. It's winner's side action, so either way, neither player can do worse than 3rd place in this event. Whoever wins this will go on to play the finals, but both players are in the top 3. And from what Shane tells me, the top 3 go to Worlds.
And then if one of the top 3 doesn't want to go to Worlds, they'll bring on the 4th.
Okay, I didn't think about that. Kennedy and Ellie, they haven't even started hitting balls yet.
Kennedy's actually just got done practicing over there.
She's welcome to get, her and Ellie are welcome to get started.
Let's see Ellie in the room.
That was a nice shot. If she's very delicate, she can roll this in the side. I think the confidence building shot is to play it in the corner. She's looking at the side. It's a tight pocket from that angle. Same table?
Two scores each throw. No, I'm throwing mine away.
Okay.
You already have it.
I thought you were going to go just give it to him.
Oh, this one. Those are your tables.
I like that. These are my tables, he says. Well, in that case, I'm going to pack them up and take them home when this event's done.
As you should.
I'm going to open my own pool room. It's going to have 2 pool tables.
You gonna put it in your basement?
I need to build a basement first, I guess. We're not in Minnesota anymore. We don't have many basements out here. I know we do in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Didn't you say you were from Wisconsin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm used to houses with basements.
Hayleigh got that right? I'm sorry, I was looking away for a moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
She missed the cut into the side, and then Hayleigh came over and...
That's right.
I just realized I forgot my
Are we still 7-8 or are we 8-8? I feel like enough time has passed that another rack could have gone off.
I can't see his pull sticks.
I'm looking at the blue card.
That's my foot.
7? Okay. Still the same score.
My foot you were hitting.
You got another one.
You could have moved it. I hit it and stopped. And then I tried moving the chair again and it still didn't move. Therefore, you knew I was there.
You still hitting.
Justina.
No, Ina.
No, Ina. Oh.
So we said it yesterday, we've said it pretty much every day. It seems to happen at least once or twice a day on this live stream. Each player has what the other player needs. Skylar's won 4 games, so she needs 7 to win the match. Hayleigh's won 7 games. She needs 4.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of a numbers nerd.
I want to answer it with sarcasm, but you told me you don't get it.
The what?
I said I wanted to answer that with sarcasm and pull a little, whoa, does 7 and 4 really equal 11? But
I get a 1, I use my fingers. Yeah, it does.
yeah. Oh. Who can make the 2 ball first?
What's going on with Laz over there? Still hasn't shot that one.
I think he's frozen.
Frozen. He's straight in.
I was watching a stream I played over at VNEA the other day, and I was sitting there and I was like, am I ever going to shoot that ball? I literally was down, not moved a single inch for like 30 seconds just staring at the ball that I was going to shoot.
I can't do that. I get blurry-eyed.
Well, I didn't think I was down for that long, and then I watched the stream and I was like, holy jeez.
She was right over there during team practice.
Okay, I made the ball.
That's the important part.
Yeah. It was a tough shot. Required concentration.
This isn't easy either. Get in position on the 4.
You have 11 fingers?
Somebody's asking.
If you do? I'd believe it.
Let me count real quick. Nope, there's 10.
Shame. I don't think either of them wants to make this 3-ball.
Well, now that the 4's opened up a little more, perhaps. Not from here. And probably not from there either. We're going to have a little bit of safety battle.
If you make the 3 correctly, you can do a nice little combo shot on the 4-9.
How do you make the 3 from here? Off the 8, maybe? You got to hit it hard, rail first. Catch the 3 very thin. And she's just trying to contain.
Can't tell if she got it. Nope, she's messing it.
Looks like Kennedy's gotten to the table. I have to switch the cameras back over here in a moment. This is actually a pretty good layout here. Even though everything's kind of at one end of the table, it ties together really well.
So do you know yet if you're going to be back next year to stream again?
Probably not. If they want me to, I would. But this is kind of Raw Hannah's gig.
Yeah.
And he does an extremely good job, so I would never try to take anything away from him. I was just fortunate enough to be available and right down the street for this particular event because Raw was unable to make it. But if they ask me to come back, as long as I'm not stepping on Raw Hannah's toes, he does so much for these juniors. He deserves to be here. He certainly does. And a lot of people have been asking about him, making sure he's okay. Or, who are you? You're not Raw. Nope, I'm not. But he is my buddy. We've known each other and we've worked together at many events in the past. He's just a fantastic guy. And he does so much for the juniors. Casey, I see you in the chat asking questions of top 3 from each division. I honestly don't know. I don't want to give you false info. And I see your comment following that. If Landon is in the top of both divisions. I think it's the top 3 from the 18 and under divisions. I was a little... Shane tried to explain it a little bit ago, and I didn't quite understand all of it. Some of it made sense, some of it I was trying to piece together. Maybe we'll get Shane back in here to clarify a little bit. But yeah, if somebody was in a position to where they had 2 berths into the Worlds, I think 4th place would get one of those entrants. That would make the most sense to me, anyhow. Be right back. I'm gonna give the score sheet to Kennedy and Ellie. Hayleigh looking at a steep cut on this 7 ball.
Is she gonna try cutting it, or is
She was
banking
looking
it?
at the cut the whole way. How good did she hit that ball?
That's a beautiful shot.
Wow. It almost hung up, and that would have been really unfortunate. Hayleigh up 8-4. We're going to go over here for the remainder of this rack. We are 8-8 in a race to 9 hot seat match. 16 and under boys division. Lazaro Martinez the third, praying he gets another opportunity at the table. Landon.
Yeah.
Well, Landon tried to snuggle that cue ball behind the 6 and didn't quite get there. If Lazaro can come with one of his highlight shots, he's on our highlight reel that we've been putting together for a number of shots. There you can see Elli practicing. She's getting ready for her match against Kennedy. We're going to move the camera back to that in a moment. That's going to be our 16 and under girls 9-ball finals. But this is a very important match right here. I know a lot of you are interested in this one as well. So we will finish out this rack. Oh.
If we stopped a little sooner, he would have got a little luck on the weave.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Landon play this 5-ball rather thin. Drag the cue ball. Yep, drag it right down that long rail towards the 9.
Touchy shot.
It is a touchy shot. You've got to hit it thin and without any top spin. A lot of people think I got to play it with top to get it back down table. That top will actually grab and park the cue ball almost in place. And it's very much a learning experience. You've got to hit that shot 100 times before you finally start to understand why it's acting the way it is.
Oh yeah, it'll hit that rail and it'll just die.
We've seen it out so many times in this event with some of the younger ones that just don't quite have that experience yet, haven't run into that shot enough to have mastered it. Well, look at this.
I think he kissed straight up to the 7.
He's very close to it. Boy, got some drama in our hill match over here. This is for the hot seat.
Nice shot.
I didn't quite see it, but yes, it had to have been a nice shot. So is that overcut on the 5-ball going to cost Lazaro this match? Let's see if Landon can hold these nerves together. You could see the little fist pump too. You know, as soon as he got up, he is pumped up right now. He'll shoot this behind his back probably. Oh, he's going for the bridge.
I've never seen a tall person grab a bridge.
I'd shoot this behind my back if I couldn't reach it. But as weird as it sounds, I shoot better behind my back than I do with a bridge. I can make a better bridge with my hand.
Yeah, when it's against the rail like that, close to it, I'll play it behind my back. But
What a great match that was. Congrats to Landon. And I'm sure we're not done seeing Lazaro. That's for sure. Score over here is still 8-4. Didn't miss anything. That's good. And I'm going to go adjust the cameras on the scoreboard so we can get our 16 and under division on our other stream table.
it's a nice break. I was gonna ask if you were gonna climb on the table to change the camera around, and then I saw you stand up and was like, no,
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah, I'm like 7 feet tall. Just kidding. 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there.
I was gonna say like 6'4".
So Skylar looking good here. She's got her work cut out for her. She finds herself down 8-4. Can't let Hayleigh get any closer to that finish line, and that's a beautifully controlled shot there. Big rack for Skylar there. Back within 3 on our second table. We are underway with our 16 and under girls division finals. Another race to 11 over here. This is Kennedy Meyman at the table. Meyman. Have to remember that. Sorry, Kennedy. Facing off against Elli Gonzales.
I think it's comical. I told her earlier I wouldn't be able to watch a match because I was going to go eat. And then I came over to make fun of Justin. And now I'm sitting here.
Watching her match.
Watching her match. Let's just try.
So we'll go back from match to match, but let's hang out here and get a look at Elli. I'm actually going to back that camera out just a touch.
Oh.
Did it work? Forgot I can do it from here too. Forgot I can. Wow. It's a little bit blurry.
Is it? I can't even tell.
It's not much, but it's a little bit foggy. I can tell by looking at that Aeromith logo. It's not quite crystal clear.
Oh, that's a nice track. I thought she would have been tall enough to jump over the 4-ball and get to the 2. Or is that the 5?
That's the 5, but either way, I think she probably is tall enough to jump that comfortably. Maybe she doesn't like to jump, or maybe it's still too early on to start showing off all her tricks.
She does have a lot of tricks.
So have you played either of these two much before?
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yes. I drive up to Minnesota a lot, and I actually go to her house sometimes to play her. We are good friends.
Good. What kind of table does she have?
She also has a 9-foot Diamond Pro Cup.
Wow.
Yeah. She's a big basement.
Back to the basement conversation
Back
again,
to
yeah.
the basement.
Out of all the homes and the houses that I've lived in or owned in Arizona and out here, never had a basement. But the house I grew up in Arizona, in Minnesota, and my grandfather's house in Minnesota, both had basements.
I think that's weird. Wouldn't basements be like a good thing out here because it doesn't rain a lot? There would be no flooding, and basements are usually cooler.
I think, aren't basements almost like shelter? You get some crazy weather.
Well, originally they were made
like
for shelter.
Tornadoes and stuff in the Midwest.
I thought you guys had sandstorms. Don't you need shelter from those?
A sandstorm is nothing here. A little dust devil. It's a little miniature 10-foot tornado for 5 seconds. We don't get too much of that.
Oh, I suppose basements aren't a good thing because of like earthquakes and stuff maybe?
That may be true. I don't know. we do get an earthquake once in a while, and California certainly does, and we feel them over here sometimes.
Yeah. I guess it'd really suck because if you have a house with a basement and it's not really supported very well, there's an earthquake. I think the safest place would be outside instead of in your house because that floor is not going to hold. Maybe. Depending. No.
Well, we just missed what looks like a very unfortunate shot. I'm going to jump back over here for a minute. Skylar was in a great position, and she hooked herself behind the side pocket point.
I don't think she hit a rail after it, but they are unsure.
1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to back it up and double check. I got an instant replay feature here. Uh-oh.
For just a little.
Give me just a moment. Folks at home, hang tight for a second. We're going to review behind the scenes. It's going to take just a moment to get through this footage that's been recorded, but give me a moment.
Yeah, it didn't hit a rail. Oh, wait. I don't think you got it.
You're right. You still want to watch. I want to go over that again. If the ref's going to call it and they're both in agreement with it, I'm just going to go with it. But you're right, we missed the tail end of that shot. I'll save that replay and go over it later.
I was watching as it was on the small screen before you switched it over, and I didn't think it had hit the rail, but then they started talking about whether or not it did or not. And I wasn't sure anymore.
I think she went long rail, and kicked the back of it, right?
Yeah, she
okay.
hit the left side of the ball coming back off the rail again. But
that's what it looked like based on the way they landed, but I didn't want to assume anything without being able to confirm it.
yeah.
Skylar will gladly take that. And we're still on rack number 1 over here. Good shot there from Elli. Looks like she's going to take rack number 1.
That's not where I'd want to leave the cue ball.
Oh yeah, somebody did make a good point. In the desert, it's harder to dig a basement because the ground is so much harder.
Oh, is it harder?
Way harder. It's almost all rock. I actually, now that somebody said that, I remember growing up in Fountain Hills, Arizona, which is right outside of Phoenix. We didn't have a basement, but we wanted to build a pool. They had it all priced out. They came out. My parents spoke with the pool company, and then once they started digging, they stopped and told my parents, "We can't do it for what we said. Your ground is so much harder. We have to bring in special tools and jackhammers. It's going to take longer. It's going to take more equipment." So we ended up having to pay more to have our pool built. My parents did, because the ground is so hard. So that is accurate, Casey. Thank you for that.
I thought you guys would have like sand as soil.
No, it's brutal. So we're racking on both tables. Let's jump back over here. 6 to 8.
Skylar is coming back.
Yeah, she was down 8-4. Now it's 8-6. Hayleigh won the leg, so it is Hayleigh's break. That is correct. Eight and 6 is 14. This is rack 15. She broke rack 1. She breaks all odd racks. So it's pretty easy to remember, as long as you can remember who won the lag. It's easy to forget in the middle of the match, but if you can recall who lagged and won, it's very easy to correct. Rack 15, Hayleigh to break. Ball down, 2 balls past the head string. It's a good break.
Long shot on the 1, but
Skylar stood up for a moment. She didn't realize that it was a compliant break.
oh, Kennedy ended up getting that first rack?
Yeah, Elli missed. Double check it, but yeah, she did get the first rack.
Aww. I got a water too.
Look at us. We're special.
I know.
They took the coolers away. They had the coolers out for the first 2 days. The water coolers.
Oh.
Now they're not here anymore. I think it's because they opened the concession stand.
Probably. I don't think I'd ever use those anyway.
What's that?
The water.
Oh.
My mom always told me not to drink the water from here if it's tap.
I don't know if they use tap water or not. I would have to imagine that there's some sort of purification system if they're gonna, put out hundreds of gallons of free water for people. I can't imagine it's gonna come straight out of a sink just because there are, I guess, some potential health risks. I don't know. I don't think our water's bad, but nobody really likes tap water, I don't think. I drank quite a few glasses of it and I didn't notice that minerally tap water taste.
I guess. I mean, I'll get water from a sink in Wisconsin and it'll taste just like water from the fridge, and then here it just isn't the same.
Mm-mm.
It was a nice try with the bank.
Yeah, Skylar's going to be jacked up here.
I'd get a bridge.
A bridge?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of shooting over balls. Not very good at it either.
She rolled it in pretty effortlessly. The 4 does, I believe, pass the 9.
Just a little.
She can go 1 rail right back above this 9. Oh, she went safety the whole way. Wow. I don't think she was trying to bank that ball back up into the hole. That would have been kind of a weird shot selection.
It would have been a good shot.
Hmm?
It would have been a good shot had she made it.
Yeah, it would have been great if she made it, but it wouldn't have been one of my top 2 or 3 shots that I would have shot in that situation.
Would it have been on your top shot moments?
What do you mean?
You said you were having a top shot thing put together of all the really good shots that you
The highlight reel?
stream. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a highlight shot. We've had quite a few of them so far.
Was that one jump shot that I was around for on your top shots?
Which jump shot?
I don't know. It was like across table.
Who was
It was
playing?
with the really tall guy with the man bun.
Oh, Trenton.
Yeah.
Man bun.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Is this the shot you're referring to?
Yes.
Yes, I have it on the highlights.
It's a really good shot.
Yeah, it was. It was a great shot. Let's get check back here real quick.
Attempted safe.
Just to undercut it. Let's check back in on Kennedy and Elli for a moment. Kennedy with a nice shot on the 8, looking to take rack 2 in this race to 11 finals.
Yeah, Kennedy is in the hot seat.
Pardon me?
I was just wondering if Kennedy was the one that was in the hot seat or if it was Elli.
That's what they're playing for. Oh,
They're
excuse me.
playing for
No,
first right
you're
now.
absolutely right. Yeah,
Kennedy
no,
won the
Kennedy.
hot seat.
Kennedy's in the hot seat. You're absolutely right. Excuse me.
Kennedy, get that?
She did. Yeah, I just didn't mark it up yet. I was messing with the bracket.
Yeah.
Take a look at how Elli cracks the rack. Kind of a shortened backstroke on the final follow through.
She got the cue ball right behind that 398.
Yeah, Kennedy's taking a look to make sure the 1 ball passed the head string, because if it didn't, she can force Elli to shoot. But she did get a legal break. 3 balls did cross the head string, so Kennedy doesn't have a choice but to address the table. She opts for the push out. Skylar did win that last game. She's now trailing only by 1, 8-7 on our main table. We'll get back to that in a moment. I just wanted to update you on the score.
That's a nice shot. Does the 3 ball go past that 4?
That's what she's looking at. It's deceiving from this camera angle, but I think the 4 ball's out enough. Looks like it's out about 3 inches.
It's a really nice try.
I have a question. Whose shoes?
Found them into your last night. Everyone was gone. They're down by table 10. So I have no idea who they belong to.
Somebody's
Well,
shoes.
I mean, they're really big shoes, so they gotta belong to somebody who's tall.
right, princess?
I was after they
Tall
all left.
boy.
Yeah.
When they all left, they were sitting down by the table, so I threw them up here.
They're not a size 13, are they? Curious. 11.
Too
Could
short
fit
for
in
you?
that one.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
13 too.
Yeah.
I bought them in here, so I threw them up here last night. I know somebody left their shoes.
Those look like some expensive shoes, too.
That's a good touch there from Kennedy. Oh, somebody's walking around barefoot. We got some shoes turned in.
Hopefully they're not on the plane yet and they realize it before they walk out. Should have realized it before they walked out of the room.
Yeah. Wow, what
That was
a try.
Really nice try.
Let's check back in on our youngsters over here, 14 and under. Hayleigh's got a ball in hand. I'm wondering if she's going to play position for the 5-9.
She is.
She did pretty good too.
That's
about as good as you could get with that. That's almost ball in hand position.
looks pretty straight in. Maybe a little angle on the 9 ball.
Interesting approach to the combo. She lines up all three individually. Unique. I like it. Side pocket. Dunk. Called that one. That happens so much.
I don't even like attempting combos on these tables.
Look at that. You'd be surprised how often that 3-rail bank goes. Not necessarily in that scenario. She was trying to play the combo, but that's a very common shot, like in bank pool. Or for people that are very familiar with banking balls, that's not as low of a percentage of a shot as you might think. Skylar's probably a little bit bummed about that. She had a...
Who's coming back?
Yeah, she's certainly not out. Certainly not. Only a 2-game difference, but she's got to win 4-1 or 4-0 from here. 2 more games for Hayleigh, and that's a wrap.
I don't think that was a legal break.
Nothing fell anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Well, I suppose it would.
Wonder if that was on purpose.
The way she reacted, it looked like it. I didn't even see that shot. Like, that didn't cross my mind. Someone in the chat said that Skylar is nervous.
Yeah. Rushed her shot just a little. You tired yet, or are you used to staying up late and getting up early?
I mean, I'm always a little bit tired, but I'm very much used to long days. Usually, like, the longest events that I work are like 11 days at most, so if I can just drag it out for that long, these 4-day events like this, they're not too bad.
This is a baby event for you.
Yeah. Like the BCA events, like the national event, the World Championships.
You commentate for that?
On occasion, or I'll work at, I'm sponsored by Q-Tech, I'll work at the Q-Tech booth. And we have a Rassin table brought in. And we allow people to come play on the table and try some of the new products and just kind of show off with the gear. Basically get paid to play pool for all day.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of cool. But they are very long days.
I've been playing pool now for nine days straight, and I'm pretty ready to not have a cue in my hand anymore.
Take a couple days off.
Yeah. Maybe a month or 2. How would you play position to get back to the 7?
I can't tell how awkward this angle is. I'd probably have to draw it. I'd be too afraid to go forward and have the cue ball get stuck down table. She hit it beautifully.
I'd be scared of scratching.
Great shot on the 7 here. Doesn't have to do anything for position. She overcut it. Oh, it drops. She's got a good rhythm going here. She's all business. Back within one. And she'll be breaking as well. I'm gonna go check the score here. Kennedy's now leading 3-0. And breaking in rack 4 in our 16 and under girls division finals. Hits him pretty good, gets an unfortunate kiss. Cue ball drops. So Ellie with an open table. Let's see how she handles it. After her inning, we'll jump back over to the 14 and under girls. They're getting down to the wire. I don't want to miss the final stages of action there.
I can't tell if that 7 ball goes past the 9 down there.
I think so. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, we'll stay here for a moment. There's not much going on the main table at the moment. Kind of an awkward layout for Hayleigh, so we'll stay here on Kennedy for a moment.
It's a nice table.
Curious to see what pocket she plays position for here. Oh, that was absolutely the right shot from my angle. I wondered if she'd play position in the side. Take a big stroke, but it makes for an easier shot. She's in a good spot here. Just roll this in with inside English. Try to spin below the 7 if you can. Or hold it above the 7. She's trying to stay above the 7. Let's check back in on Hayleigh here.
That was a nice shot.
That was a good shot, but I would have played the combination because of what you just said, because of the leave.
I thought she
plays
was
the
going
combo.
to play the combo.
The 1 ball takes the place of that 5.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, she plays the carom, so now she's going to probably play safe here. She could bank this to the upper right or the side. 2 rails. Who saw that coming?
That's a highlight shot.
Watch that cue ball. See ya. A little lapse in concentration there, I think.
Are you going to be going to the BCA Nationals in September?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, we have a booth for QTech. So
And you're going to be playing and working?
I'm not going to play.
You're
I'll
not
just
playing?
be working. Yeah, no, I haven't been playing enough or been playing seriously enough when I do play to enter any of the big events right now. It'd be just kind of a waste of money.
Understandable.
I have a $1,000 entry tournament in December and I've already signed up for, and there's no refunds on it. It's once you're paid, unless like family member dies or something, you better have a good reason, and I don't have a good reason to get out of it, except I haven't been playing, and that's not a good enough reason. So I'm gonna have to sharpen up a little bit between now and December.
Yeah, is that at Griff's?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a $6.99 and under, I think.
So not a Shane Van Bonen event?
No. Not. Don't have to worry about any pros showing up for that. Skylar looking good here.
Just looking at the score, Princess.
She's a girl on a mission now. Well, things just got a little tricky.
I would have hit that with top and come back up and over.
I honestly really like this shot. This is a high percentage for me to cut.
You would have cut that?
I would have cut that, yeah.
I mean, maybe on a 7-foot table I would have cut that, but I don't have the confidence.
I'd have cut it if I was all the way at the other end of the table, shooting 9 feet instead of 2 feet like she was. I don't want to say, like, I'm just very confident in those shots, more than I am in banking. I see the edges of the ball fairly well. And I really like that back and forth cut shot.
Yeah.
Cue ball just zips back and forth. Doesn't even really matter where the cue ball lands. We got options with that 9. If you play it with top and with inside at a good speed, those pockets are pretty accepting.
Should we get a little lucky?
2 times. We're gonna be tied up at 9, aren't we? Oh my gosh.
Stop cursing them. What are you doing?
Gosh. Oh, I don't know what to say.
I've hit Sky with that twice now.
I have a lot of confidence in Skylar. I thought she's never missed that shot in her life.
It's the commentator's curse. It's a real thing.
Oh my goodness, and that puts Hayleigh on the hill. This was the 8-ball shot. Take that.
They're on a new rack. Kennedy took that. Now she's up 4.
Kennedy up 4-0. Elli breaking. We're only going to stay on this match for just a moment. I want to get back so we can watch what could be the last rack of our 14 and under division. But that was a great break there from Elli. I don't believe she was compliant though.
That's what my break would look like.
Part of that was how she hit it. She didn't hit the one completely solid. It was pretty good, but not completely solid. But given the way they spread open, it tells me that she didn't give herself the best rack. There was some slivers or some gaps here and there that caused energy transfer between the balls to die, and just didn't allow the rack to open up very well.
Yeah. The racks here are really nice. It's really easy to get it tight. From what I can I'm really bad at racking.
The new, or newer, I should say. These tables used to come with, or you could buy the diamond wood racks. Mm-hmm. And I think these plastic racks are almost equivalent in terms of quality and the rack that it produces. But they're much cheaper, and they're also, I hate to say it, less dangerous. The wood racks have kind of sharp corners.
Yeah.
And if you're in a pool room or a bar, and someone gets upset, or somebody throws it, or somebody accidentally gets hit, or if it falls, they're heavier. They're just a little bit more dangerous. I suppose they could be used as a weapon if you really wanted to be crazy. I'm a fan of both of them. I don't dislike the plastic ones. Some people do, some people don't, but I like them, and I think they rack very well.
Angry parent gets mad at a child for winning.
Yeah, I would hate to see that.
Yeah,
I'd hate to see anything happen, and I've never seen somebody be violent with a rack, but somebody explained to me one time. I asked, I said, why and when did they come out with these plastic racks? And somebody said, if you think about it, those other ones kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Or they could be. Really, a pool rack dangerous? Come on.
The first tournament I ever shot in, the mom that was the opponent's mother was very upset with me because I'd only been playing for 2 weeks and her daughter's been playing for years, and she didn't believe me, so she got into a screaming fit with my mom. I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have grabbed at the racks, honestly. Interesting first
experience, right?
Yeah.
My first experience in live poker turned into a escalation in which a gentleman had to be removed from the casino. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that lost my temper, but he just wasn't happy with the call that I made playing poker. He thought it was a bad call. Well, I won the hand, and they ended up throwing him out of the casino. He tried to get violent, and they saw that I was not being violent.
Yeah.
They were not going to tolerate it.
Getting violent over a poker game.
That happens to be the same casino we're sitting in right now.
Oh.
That was my very first hand of live poker ever.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And it was a bit discouraging, too. I haven't really played much since.
Yeah. I was a little scared to play pool again after my experience.
Well, at least your mom had your back.
Oh, yeah. My mom, yeah. I mean, the mom was really angry because she accused my mom of coaching me whilst we were in the match, which I thought was funny because my mom wasn't even in the room for like 3/4 of the entire thing. Because back then I was a stickler and a very bad person of my mother. I was in my terrible 12s, I swear to God.
Been there, and now I got a kid on the way, so I've probably got punishment coming for the next 18 years.
Do you know if it's a girl or a boy yet?
We won't know for another 3 or 4 weeks.
No, so you're just getting there.
Yeah, she's 8 weeks as of Wednesday. That's a beautiful shot. Holy cow.
Like I said, the cue ball control has really evolved. Not what I would have done.
No, I don't think I would have drawn at that.
I think I would have just put top on it.
Yeah, going back and forth, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe she saw something different.
Maybe she was trying to come all the way back up and then hit the rail and come back over.
I would have taken a big stroke. Where's this gonna land? The closer it gets to that rail, the tougher it gets for Skylar. Maybe Skylar just 2-rail banks the 8-ball again like she did last rack. It's almost the same shot. Very close.
It really is. Just a little bit to the right. I mean to the left.
What a cut. What a cut. Oh my gosh.
I thought you cursed her again.
Slice and dice. Oh no, that was in. I'm not gonna say a word right now.
No.
She's going for the extension. The cue is now taller than her.
Is Skylar sponsored by Predator?
I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say there's some sort of assistance from Predator. She has a Predator Black Series Q, which with a Revo shaft will run around $1,400–1,500. She's got a $700 Predator BK Rush Redline Series, one of the new brake Qs. She's been jumping with a Predator Air 2, and she just pulled a Predator extension off of her Q.
Are you telling me that this should be obvious, or are we just debating together?
No. Maybe she's just a big Predator fan, and that's what she likes. But my guess is, she's also got the patch on her shirt.
Yeah.
My guess is that she's got some sort of assistance from Predator. Predator likes to sponsor good players.
Yeah.
And she's proven herself to be. Yes. Skylar asking if the 9 counts on the brake. Say yep.
In any pocket. Or do you mean coming up the string?
She was just asking if it counted in any pocket on the brake shot. If she brakes and makes the 9, is it a win? I said yes. I don't think we've seen a 9-ball break on this table throughout the whole event.
I only got one this weekend.
There's just a row of Tates. The whole Tate family taking up an entire row of spectator chairs.
I mean...
And they're all watching Joey.
There are 5 children.
Joey's playing Laz. And Joey is up 6-3, and I think it's a race to 7. Yep.
Ed came over and talked to me. And he said, you walked over to Ed and I said, yeah, but not the shirt. I worked and I said, no, I won't. Behind Fox.
Alice, there's someone in the chat asking who's in the booth with me.
Hello.
What's your last name, Alice?
Alice Adams.
Alice Adams. In the booth, sharing her knowledge with us as well.
I'm trying to learn from you. I keep asking what you do.
1800 racing to 7, so it wasn't a semi.
This is a tough bank shot. You gotta turn this 4-ball and you gotta play it somewhat slow so it can open up. Or play it 2 rails. I don't usually think about that on that particular shot.
These 2 are both very good at the 2-rail banks.
I think they both bank similar in that they use the same English.
Yeah.
So if they miss the bank, whether they're doing it intentionally or not, if they miss it one way, the English that's on the object ball gives it a chance to go off the second rail. Or a lot of times players that bank with, say, outside English at a high rate of speed, if you don't hit it perfectly, once it hits that second rail, it's got no chance of going in 2 rails. So they play it at a little bit of a softer pace, perhaps even like center ball or a touch of inside, which will cause it to turn just a little bit off that second rail and open up, I like to call it, and head toward that other side pocket.
I always hit my banks with bottom because I feel there's a better chance of it going in.
I tend to bank most of mine with low as well, unless it's a real tight bank shot where I have to like shorten up the angle. I use a little bit of top and a little bit of inside. This is a tough stretch. I wonder how Hayleigh's nerves are at the moment. I honestly think there's more pressure on her than Skylar right now, even though Skylar's trailing.
I think I would have just tried playing it safe there.
She did.
Beautiful safe.
Sophia Mast is leading 1-0 over Ariana Lynch in what I believe is the finals of the 18 and under girls. Let's pull up that bracket.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep, this is the finals. We have 3 different final matches going on right now.
Oh, yes.
We got the 18 and under girls, the 14 and under girls, and the 16 and under girls side by side on these tables. That's pretty cool.
Have you had any male finals yet?
Nope, not yet.
Happened yet?
It hasn't happened yet.
If she would have hit that a little harder, she might have made the 9 ball.
That 9 looks like it's in a bad spot right there.
It is.
I think it's frozen to that side rail. If there's any type of gap, it's a little easier to play, but it's not my favorite position.
So would you try and play the 9 in the top left corner then?
Yeah, I'd play for position on that upper rail as we view the screen on the right hand side of the 9. I'd have to shoot past, you just got to take what the table gives you.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to try to play safe with 1 ball on the table, especially that close to a point. If the 9 plays off the point, it could go somewhere completely unexpected.
Yeah.
Then I've really blown my opportunity. So I think if these players are aggressive enough or good enough or confident enough, after I pocket the 7 ball in the side, I might play the 8 in the other side pocket and try to kiss the edge of the 9 on the way in and free that 9 up.
That would be good.
It's a little bit risky, and if you hit the 8 too full or you hit the 9 too full with the 8, you're going to miss the 8, and now you've sold out the game. But it's one of those risk versus reward factors that you kind of got to weigh in your head, and then in the end you go with your gut.
Mhm.
She's landed kind of on the wrong side of the 7, and I don't believe it back cuts in the side.
It does. It's really thin.
It looks a little bit more than 90 degrees to me. She tries to bank it in the corner, upper right. She's got to be careful not to scratch. Looks like she's going for it. She did go for it. There's that 2 rail.
Oh,
wowzers. Skylar needs this one bad. Slow down, slow down.
And she got angled to get to the 9 ball.
Did you see how quickly she shot that though?
Yeah,
that was like 1 stroke.
Needs to slow down.
Someone in the chat did say, and I'm assuming they know her because they said Skylar's definitely nervous during this match.
Mhm.
So I imagine they both are. Skylar's been in this position before. She's won this tournament. So you would think that she's got a little bit more of an edge mentally to be in this position against Hayleigh. But both girls have had a heck of a match. It's not over yet. If she gets frozen on this rail or close enough to it,
That's beautiful.
only concern is the side pocket point. the far point at this point. That's a lot of points. That's it. What a match. And the crowd goes wild. Congratulations to Hayleigh Marion defeating Skylar Hess 11-9 in our 14 and under 9-ball division. Skylar runner-up. She won it 2 years ago. So she can hold her head high. She wanted to defend that title, but it was time to turn it over to someone else. Congrats to Hayleigh. Without missing a beat, let's jump back over to Kennedy and Elli. I'm actually going to step out of the booth for about 2 or 3 minutes. I need to go use the restroom and stretch my legs a little bit. And I know that we've got about another probably hour and a half or 2 hours on this match here. Let me double check the score before I step away. Kennedy's actually up 5-1. Alice, you're welcome to stay and chit chat with the folks if you'd like. I'm going to step out for a few minutes. You're welcome to do the same if you'd like. But I'll be back in like 4 or 5 minutes and we'll finish the commentary and we'll finish out this finals match. Quick update, Sophia Mast is leading 2-0 over Ariana Lynch in our 18 and under girls division. Might be able to twist the camera and bring you some of that action as well. We'll see what we've got coming up on our main table that just finished. For now, we're going to focus on this match here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Alice, thank you so much for hanging out. Like I said, you're welcome to stay. I'm going to step out for a few minutes, but appreciate you very much.
Okay.
Final 14, you boy.
I can't do it right now.
So he can't do it.
Not right now. Just below this. We've got the 14 girls. Just nail it all on the 16 number girls. We have to break these matches up. I have to finish this game and start this game. And start this, and that's going to go more out. So it's just going to be one long broadcast all day long. Whatever we do it later or do it on another table. It doesn't matter.
It's a nice shot on the 3-ball. Oi! Did you really add me on Facebook just to say that? I believe I was actually 11, not 12.
Take over commentating now?
No, he went to... I don't know where he went, actually.
Break.
Yeah. Just 2-minute break.
I'll be back in like 5.
Yeah. Oh. I think she was trying to draw back over to shoot the 9-ball on the side. It's a great shot. It was a nice shot. It was a really good shot. I'm assuming that when she hit it, she was trying to bring the cue ball back over so she could shoot the 9-ball on the side. No, she didn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Beautiful shot on the 4-ball. Not much luck on the leave though. Oh, that's a nice try on the 5. Nice shot on the 6.
Rob probably forgot that he left this,
Yeah, the score is now 6-1.
Alice, you're great. Thank you for holding things down.
Right? I know, I've done so well.
You have.
You know.
I know you were a little leery about coming into the booth, but you've honestly been great. Yesterday and today. I had to just get up and stretch and take a walk for a minute and use the restroom, and then I had a conversation with our head referee about possibly doing some streaming at another event. I guess we're getting some good feedback, and they're considering utilizing me for another national event, so
as they should.
Great news. 7-1 in this race to 11.
They had a little fight over the 5 ball
Did
before
they?
you got here. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it wasn't more over a fight, just like who was gonna make it first type of thing.
Oh, okay.
They kept.
I thought there was maybe like a
No.
argument.
They
or a
didn't. They
discrepancy
didn't
that
pull
took
the
place.
racks out.
Well played. So Ariana has won the last 2 racks. She's now 2-2 with Sophia Mast in the finals of our 18 and under girls 9-ball division. It's going to be the last year, I believe, both of these players can play this event.
She's 18.
Neither one of them look like they're over 16, but I believe they're both 18, yes.
I thought they were just playing up.
You got what?
I thought they were playing up. And both of them were like
No,
14.
no, they're just very, very young looking. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure I had a conversation with both of them. Ariana was doing some commentary earlier in the week too.
I want to check. Sophia Mast. That's who it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sophia Mast.
Yep.
Okay. I guess.
Is that right?
I mean, they're not in any of the other events, so I'm assuming so. Guess you can't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, yeah, they're both very, very young looking.
They are.
So ball in hand here for Kennedy. A pretty good looking table as well. Draw this ball or go forward.
Yeah.
Play
I'm
the-
more comfortable using top on these tables. Bottom always seems to just rattle in the pocket.
I haven't updated the bracket yet for the 14 and under girls, but Hayleigh took that one down.
Oh, Hayleigh had to come back and beat her twice?
No,
Skylar was in the hot seat and Hayleigh won.
the finals is a single race.
Oh,
That's why it's a longer race.
so even if you're in the hot seat, you don't get double dipped?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people agree with it, some people don't. Some people feel, so-and-so has gone undefeated the whole tournament. They lose one match, they should still get one more opportunity, which I can certainly see that argument and understand.
Yeah.
But that is why they extend the finals and make them a longer race.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot. She stays on the good side of that 6 too. She stayed below it, so she doesn't have to do a whole lot to get a nice angle on this 8. She can just roll the 6 in the side.
Nice and gentle.
Yep. Ariana has now taken the lead after trailing 3-2. After trailing 2-0, she's up 3-2. Kennedy in full control of this match right now. Rolls the 6 in nicely. Doesn't have to do too much here. Might play a little bit of inside spin, which makes pocketing the ball a little tougher, but knock on wood.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to
You
jinx
and
it.
your curse. I'm gonna laugh.
No laughing.
Oh, looks like you didn't come.
She hit it great. I'm going to go ahead and say that she's going to take an 8-1 lead. I don't think I'm commentator cursing her with this shot.
Oh,
That would have been horrible.
it made me hold my breath. I was like, oh, goodness.
So a little bit of a slug rack, if you will. Elli didn't hit him too bad, but they didn't open up too good, which tells me
Loose rack?
Loose rack. Yeah, that is a mess down table. The 3-4-5 is... Ugh.
Looks like prime safety positioning. If you get down there for the 3.
Yeah? Something might move here. Nope. Thought maybe the 1 would graze that 5 and free up something. 4, excuse me. She's one of the taller girls in the event, isn't she?
Oh, yes. Kennedy is very tall. I heard last year because I didn't really get to see her a lot last year, but over the course of like 3 months, she grew 5 inches.
Wow.
That's impressive. I wish I could grow that tall.
Is she playing up?
Yes, she's playing in the 16 and under and in the 18 and under. Skipped out on 8-ball because she doesn't like 8-ball apparently.
It's weird. 8-ball's one of my least favorite games, but I've had statistically the most success playing it. I've won more 8-ball tournaments than I have anything else, and it's my least favorite game. When it comes to 8, 9, and 10 ball.
Yeah.
You know, your more traditional games. I'm starting to really love one pocket more and 3-cushion billiards.
What's that?
It's played on these tables are 4.5 by 9 foot. These tables here. 3-cushion billiards is played on a 5 by 10, so it's a foot longer and half a foot wider. There are no pockets.
Isn't that a snooker table?
Snooker tables are 12 foot. 6 by 12. A true snooker table is 6 by 12.
Like the big pocket that doesn't the big table that doesn't have any pockets, and then you like have the balls on the table and you have to try like hitting each of them.
Yep.
And the more you hit, the more points you get.
Each person there's a white ball, a red ball, and a yellow ball.
Yeah.
If you and I were playing each other, we would lag, and let's say you won the lag. You would be the white ball, I would be the yellow ball. The red ball is a mutual ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to explain, and I don't want to bore the people at home.
Yeah.
But the object of the game is to take your cue ball and go 3 rails, any 3 rails or more, and then make contact with both of the other 2 balls on the table. Or you could shoot your white ball into my yellow ball and take your white ball 3 rails and then make contact with the red. Mm-hmm. As long as there's 3 rails or more and contact with all 3 balls, you gain a point. It's a tough game.
Yeah, I'm terrible with like where the cue ball is gonna go. So
that's the beauty of that game, is that it will quickly teach you the rails and the angles, and when you come to an event like this and you find yourself hooked, you can almost sometimes, you know, my opponent will leave me in a pretty good safety, and I'll just kind of giggle because I know I'm going to hit it. I know the 3-rail shot to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it really does help with cue ball control and rail knowledge, which benefits in every other game.
You ever played Lifesaver before?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, dang.
Lifesaver?
Yeah, it's a really good game about ball control and stuff. You have to make a ball, and then you try making it so that the other opponent, the person you're playing, doesn't have a shot. And you can shoot at any ball. You put all 15 on the table, and you can shoot at any one. But you're trying to make a ball and play a safe at the same time. And then if you miss, you lose a point.
Sounds tough.
It is.
Yeah, I'll be in Boston next month, playing and streaming a couple of different 3-cushion championship events. Looking forward to that.
I bet. You said that's one of your top games now? Your favorites to play?
It's one of my favorites to play, yeah. I'm not great at it. I'm getting better at it. It's a game that takes a very, very, very long time to become very good at.
It's the process that makes it fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just started playing in January, and I shouldn't say it like I play it every day, because I hardly ever get to play anymore.
Yeah.
But I played for the first time in January, and that's kind of when I learned the rules and everything about the game. And then a few months back, I actually played in my first tournament. It was a round robin style event, so I had 5 matches or 6 matches, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were 6 of us in each bracket, so there was a 5-person round robin, or 6 total. So I had 5 opponents, and I actually won 2 matches.
Nice.
So I was pretty excited about that. I didn't make it to the final board or the finals or anything like that. I didn't make any money in the event, but I learned a lot. And actually, Tom Rossman, Dr. Q, he's here. He was actually my very first match win ever in 3-cushion billiards, was against him.
Oh, was he now?
Yeah. This was just a few months ago in Boston. Yeah. No, I don't. We don't talk about it. I don't bring it up to him. I don't want him to feel bad.
I would bring it up every second I could. You know, I don't think I'll ever get the chance to play anything like that. The closest table like that to me is in Beloit, and that's a nice 4-hour drive.
I see someone in the chat asking about an update on Riley and Landon.
They're right
I believe
there.
Landon is up 7. Am I reading that correctly?
7-5, yep.
5?
7-5.
I want to pull that bracket up and make sure. Find out exactly what division that is. I know he's playing in 2. I think that's the hot seat match.
I think he just... Yeah. He just
now he's
comboed
up
the
8-5. Yeah, 18 and under boys division. This is the hot seat match. He's already in the hot seat match, or in the hot seat, I should say. They'll be playing the finals of the 16 and under boys. And he is up 8-5 in a race to 9 in the hot seat match against Riley Adkins and Landon.
Looks like Kennedy's gonna get this rack too.
Landon has had a stellar week out here. It's got to be a little bit painful if you're Elli here. Make it this far, and she's struggling a little bit. And Kennedy's punishing her every opportunity she can. So Kennedy with a commanding lead, 9-1. And breaking. Opportunity to put herself on the hill. I wonder if we'll see a golden break in this event. Will we see a 9 on the break?
That go in your highlight shots?
It'd be nice to have one of them on there.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to lose a game on a 9-ball break. I certainly don't mind winning a game on a 9-ball break, though.
Oh, I don't mind winning it. I'd hate to be the person in the seat, though.
It's brutal. It'd be really rough if it happened right now. I'd be a real just dagger into Elli.
Watch your commentator's curse make its work.
I swear the curse is real.
almost make a
Maybe
funny
we'll get a
moments with
9-ball
all the commentator cursing. Jesus.
I'm never going to get invited back. Every time this kid opens his mouth, someone misses.
Did 3 balls even hit the cushion?
I don't know. I started laughing as soon as you did. And Ellie, Kennedy, we're not laughing at you. We're just laughing at the situation. I'm actually crying right now. I've got tears falling out of my eyes. Okay, topic change. Ariana now leads 5-2 over Sophia Mast in that race to 11.
I think Landon just won.
That was quick. You were right. Landon defeats Riley Adkins by a score of 9-5. Landon, you bad man, you're in the hot seat of two different events. 15, 16-year-old youngster taken down so far 16 and 18 and under events. He's got to be feeling great about himself. He did some commentary with me last night too. Very, very knowledgeable.
Oh yeah.
And very respectable. Even though he knows he's, one of the better players in the building, he still was telling us yesterday how he looks up to players like April Larson and Caden Hunkins. So that's pretty awesome.
I know. I will never forget the first time I ever came to Junior Nationals and looked. Oh my God. Bro. The first time I met April Larson, she came over to my table and was like, "Can I practice with you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes." And then the next day, I saw her and she walked up and gave me a hug and I almost started crying.
Aw, she's such a sweet girl.
I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is. She's got quite a following too.
Mhm.
Somebody was saying yesterday, I think it might have been Landon when he was up here doing some commentary, that maybe I'll have to talk to April about this too, but I think she worked out some sort of affiliation with Matchroom.
April did?
I think so. That's what I think it was Landon that was talking about that. She's got something to do with Matchroom now. I don't know if it's some sort of sponsorship or if she's going to be playing in some certain Matchroom events. I'm not sure, but if you can get involved with Matchroom, that's about as big of a stage, as big of a platform as it gets currently for pool.
Honestly,
in the world.
That was a good save.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a camera on that, but Ariana just played a phenomenal safety on Sophia.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, it was. She's probably just going to roll this in and take the tougher shot on the 4. It'd be nice to jack up and spear this ball in and draw it back, but that increases the difficulty tenfold.
Sometimes it's better to just ensure that you got the shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the finals going on right over there with Hunter and I have no idea what his name is.
Right here?
Yeah.
Kali.
Kali, is that his name?
The little short kid with the green beach hour shirt? Yeah, his name's Kali. Let's find out.
I saw them playing earlier this morning for Hot Seat.
Yeah, that is the finals. I didn't recognize Harry with his mask on. That's Harry Leinen, His brother, I believe, is also playing in this event. Oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his first name?
Hunter Linen.
Thank you.
Yes.
The Minnesota Mullet.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah, that's what he calls him. That's what he told me to call him on the stream. He said that's his nickname. He's from Minnesota, and he's got a killer mullet.
I've never heard
AKA the
that.
Kentucky Waterfall. The Freedom Flapper.
Those are. Next time I see my dad, because he rocked a mullet back in the 90s. It's the first thing I'm going to say to him. Ask him how his...
Ask him about his Kentucky Waterfall.
Yeah.
He'll know exactly what you're talking about, I promise. And he'll probably crack up.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
I just like that term, Freedom Flapper.
The Freedom Flapper.
You just picture... Well, Billy Thorpe recently removed his mullet. Him and Skylar were both the mullet boys for a while.
Billy got a mullet?
Billy had a mullet for the last year or so. Him and Skylar have been traveling the world
Honestly,
together.
I haven't heard much about Billy in a while.
The Mullet Brothers.
That's awesome.
Billy recently, he's like, it's too hot, I'm getting rid of it. And he did. He's back to his old haircut. But I got a couple pictures from Moscone Cup of the two of them together. Both of them with their heads in the air and they're rocking their head back and forth, just
Oh my god.
waving that beautiful mane in the wind.
They had the mullet at the Moscone?
Yes.
I didn't even realize it. Actually, I'm blind, obviously. That was a really good shot. Wow. Yeah, no, Harry is really good at leaving cue ball control.
If unfortunately we can't even get a camera on that table, but if you were to watch him, we had Kyle Lee on our stream yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
That kid fires balls in absolutely fearlessly.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how good he is for how small and how young he is. I mean, abnormally good.
You know.
Bottom right, turn it up halfway.
More?
Just makes me wish I started even sooner than when I started.
Finals for the artistic. If you're not playing a match, come over now and do your
Yeah,
finals.
there's Hunter back over there.
We're going to stop at 4 o'clock.
Standing next to his
really
dad.
Great scores and chances to win the medals yet. So head on over. If you are in a match, finish your matches, and then when you get a chance, come over, okay? Thank you.
I'll be right there, Dr. Q.
I figured you would be there. I figured you'd be there, buddy.
You know me in your lag contest.
You're gonna beat him in that too.
I won the lag contest a couple of years back at BCA or ACS. I can't remember.
Cameron Hollingsworth, he still has, he just tied. You have to have a flag off of him. So if Cameron Hollingsworth is there, come on down, you have to be smoked to relax.
Hollingsworth, isn't that? Hollingsworth. So Landon's brother?
Yes. Yeah, I believe there were two of the... I'll double check. But I believe we had two of the Hollingsworths. Yeah, 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
This
No,
was-
those are just doubles.
That was Scotch, but we got... Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Hey.
Yeah, Cameron and Landon.
That's surprising.
What's that?
Kennedy missed the 7 ball, nippled it in the pocket, and then it popped out just a little, and Ellie went up and missed it.
I do apologize for the shaky camera at times, folks. We're on an elevated stage, and the cameras are on tripods on top of tables, so they're way up in the air. And anytime somebody comes walking by with heavy feet, puts a little bit of a rattle on the cameras.
Got
Do
a
not
lead
adjust
foot.
your TV. It's not an earthquake.
Oh. She would have made it. That would have been a beautiful leave for the 8.
It's a good position here. She's very composed. She's not rushing anything. Even being out as big of a lead as she has, sometimes players tend to speed up, trying to just get it over with, try to ride that high or try to keep that gear going. She's very, very patient.
She's a very paced person.
And I know I'm going to sound like a nerd, but once again, both players have what the other one needs.
Oh my goodness. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
10 and 1?
10 and 1
Is that 11?
As far as I'm concerned. So just a score update. Sophia Mast
3-5.
trailing 3-5 now. She's back within 2. Ariana Lynch leading that match. Miss Preston in the chat, Jana Preston. Ariana is not playing on this table next. She's playing the finals right now on a secondary table. When she started that finals match with Sophia, both of the TV tables were already taken by 2 other final matches. So they went ahead and got started elsewhere. Unfortunately, we won't have footage of the finals of that particular division. We're doing as best we can to get as much exposure and be fair to all the players as possible, but just this particular match, unfortunately, is out of camera view. But we had to get it going. We have a lot of finals to get through today, and these are very long matches, so we can't hold things up. We got to keep them rolling.
That's a nice break.
I looked away. That's the break right there?
Yeah, that's the break.
Wow. Great break. Tries the cross bank into the side. That's a difficult back bank.
She could be out.
If you were shooting this too, how are you going to get on the 3?
She's just going to try and roll it up and leave it on the rail?
I feel like that 9 ball is huge if she does that.
I'd probably just hit it a little harder and leave myself for the bank. What'd you do?
I'm trying to figure that out, to be perfectly honest. I think I would fire this ball. I know it sounds ridiculous, but into that side pocket with
Top left?
top right.
Top right.
And you know, I almost said cross bank too, but I thought that might be a little bit reckless. She actually was very, very close. I would have considered the cross bank, but I think in the end I would have played it in the side that it was nearest to, with top right hand English, a lot of right, and hope to spin down table and get a look at the 3. Either side of the 3 was fine.
It's a very loud noise.
I apologize for the background noise taking place at the moment. One of our vendors is packing up a booth and they're going crazy with some tape right now.
They don't want it to open on the plane.
That's true. I can imagine what that costs to put on a plane. That's the size of a body.
That's a lot of money. My friend on his way over here actually lost his jump cue on the plane.
How?
Came open. Because he has one of those flimsy little things where you turn it and then it pops open.
Oh, he just put his case on the plane?
Yeah, he didn't tie it up or anything like that. So it opened up and he lost his jump cue in it.
Way too paranoid to do that. When I go to tournaments. I'm sorry to pause for a moment. Is that Karim from Predator talking to Shane? No, Karim's gotta be, if he's here, he's gotta be in Tucson at the Predator Championships. Anyhow, I have a 30-inch rolling hard suitcase made by Samsonite, and my case fits vertically. If I go from corner to corner, I can fit my pool case inside the suitcase. So I try to pack lightly with my clothes so I have enough room to squeeze my... And if I'm going to be gone for a long period of time, I'll either take a second suitcase or I will just overnight my cues to myself or to somebody wherever I'm going. I'll send them to that person and meet up with them and get them.
Yeah.
I'll just overnight them if I can't fit them. Costs a little bit of money, but it definitely ensures that they're somewhat safe.
Yeah. Well,
if they come up missing, at least you can file a claim.
Yeah. We used to have a suitcase that was big enough to hold, not this case specifically, but another one that I just moved my cues into. But we have no idea where it went. It was literally this huge suitcase, and we were getting ready to pack, and nobody could find it.
I considered getting one of those rolling duffel bags.
Yeah.
Because then you can fit, plenty of clothes and stuff in it too. But a lot of airlines have restrictions on the size of the bag or the weight of the bag. I use a standard 30-inch. It's like one of the bigger suitcases you can get. But if I go vertical, like corner to corner, I can fit my case in there.
It's impressive.
And then I've got locks that I put on the suitcase itself. Last time I flew back from Boston, TSA opened my suitcase. They have a key to the lock. It's like a master lock. It's called a TSA lock that comes on some of the newer suitcases. And when I got home, I opened up my suitcase, and there was a little note from TSA saying that we inspected your bag. Some bags are randomly inspected. I don't know what they were looking for, what they thought they saw.
Yeah.
But I did notice that they opened up my pool case, and I know they did because my extension was taken out. One of my extensions was taken out of its sleeve and put into another sleeve. So I know that they were looking through my pool bag. I think they were probably thinking maybe it was a weapon or something. It's just a bunch of pool cues shoved in a case. But
it didn't drop, but she put her hand in the pocket. Technically, that's a foul.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what the ruling is on that.
Because if you accidentally touch the ball while it's going into the pocket, like...
Wow, this would...
It's actually a really big thing. You're not allowed to do that.
We've got a ref coming over now. I could see that because you could hold it up. You can keep it from falling, maybe.
Never put your hand in that pocket. You always let it drop.
Oh, wow. Look at the ending to this match.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it would have been a nearly impossible comeback to win 10 racks in a row from Elli, but to lose like this on a technicality, if you will, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear some cheers here in a moment. What a match. Congratulations to both players. Kennedy takes down the 16 and under girls 9-ball division. Very good job to Elli Gonzales as well. Tough finish. Great tournament. You can see some happy friends and family. On that note, we're going to end the broadcast, figure out who's coming up next on our stream table. Alice, thank you so much for hanging out with me.
It's fun.
You're welcome back anytime. My name is Ben Sutherland. We'll be back, folks. Thank you.